Hello there guys, and welcome back to another update video with myself, Foorun. Now today we're taking a look at what is coming in the update on the 30th of June 2016. I wouldn't expect anything to be happening with main. I don't think there will even be a wipe tonight. I don't think there's going to be any update in terms of main at all. It looks like mostly the team have been working on pre-release all week, seeing as the XP system will be dropping in 1 week's time. So aside from that, let's have a little look at what they have done over this past week. Now we don't have anything in terms of main, but we do have a lot of stuff in pre-release. So we're going to start off here with ownership. Now ownership has been added into the game properly now, and basically anything that you can craft you own. So if I just open up my inventory here, we can have a look. So I've crafted myself some stone hatchets, some stone pickaxes. As you can see up here, it's owned by me. Now because I crafted this myself, it's 100% owned by me. So I also have wood. Now I gathered this from trees, all 100% owned by me. Now I crafted these, all of these things here I crafted. It will have my name up at the top. It was crafted by Foorun, owned by Foorun. Now, if we take a look at the hatchet here that I found in a rad town, this isn't owned by me. Because I found it in a barrel, it's not owned by me. Now, I don't know how that works in terms of if I gave that to somebody else. I don't actually think I would get any XP return from the tool sharing benefits that we get. But if I gave one of these two tools that I've made myself to somebody, then I would get 20% of all the experience they gain while using the tool that I crafted. Now that happens even if I was offline, so if I logged off and they went on a 6-hour gathering spree using the tools that I gave them, I would log back into a ton of extra XP, probably a ton of extra levels. Currently the resource ownership doesn't actually do anything. If you craft the weapon or the tool, or craft anything from resources, even if they aren't owned by you, the end result will still be completely owned by you. So that is just one to look out on. It may change. Hopefully something will happen with that, because I think it'll be a lot more interesting if we get some mechanics around that, where if I use somebody else's resources to build something, they also get a stake in the ownership of that item. This will also make raiding slightly more interesting, especially if you're not in your base, because if somebody raids you and you're not in your base, all of your items will have your name on them, so they will know who they just raided. So that's also one to look at over the next couple of weeks. Now, next we're going to take a look at a couple of UI changes. Now you probably will have noticed while I've had my inventory open, we now have this quick craft option. So as long as you have the materials in your bag and you hit one of these items, as long as you've unlocked it, for me it seems to be slightly bugged. I can't craft any of these any of this ammo or the assault rifle, so it does nothing. But yeah, the quick craft is here, so if you need something you can quickly open up, quickly craft it without having to go all the way through the crafting menu to find it. So that is another very useful thing that's been added. So next up we have a another UI addition that is when you level up, it pops up on your screen, lets you know what your new level is, lets you know what you've unlocked. So I'll just be silent for a couple of seconds, smash away at this tree so that we hit a level up, and then I'll let you guys see that. And there we go. I do believe that the sounds are a work in progress. I would certainly hope so. They are a bit not too great on your ears, but that's what we have at the moment. It's a great extra little addition so that you can actually see what you're unlocking as you unlock it. I will note that the XP seems to be slightly bugged here because my level keeps resetting to 0. But any time that I hit a tree or gain some experience, it goes back to where it should be. It's just slightly odd at the minute. Now we also have a couple of things that are working around our combat systems and so on. So one massive thing that we've had changed this week is a bullet hit scan. So Gary has changed it now so that for the first X meters, we don't actually know what X relates to at the moment, but hopefully we'll get something concrete on that soon. So the first X meters of travel for the bullet, it will hit scan rather than being a projectile. So if you're not 100% on what hit scan is, it basically means that the bullet goes exactly where it's aiming and will hit whatever it is aiming at within that X meters immediately. There will be no projectile time. It won't take any time. It will not dip off. So normally when you shoot, you get like your bullet drop and it takes a certain amount of like time to hit your target, whereas with the hit scan, while it's in close range like quarters, we will just be instant hitting and it will be working a lot better. And I think that will improve the combat system a hell of a lot, especially close range combat. So after a few weeks as well of this being in the works, we now have the aim throwing in. So if I take out my hatchet here and I hold down right click, I'm no longer just going to throw my weapon straight away. I can cancel that, I can do as I will. This essentially now works like the bow, so I hold in right click and I figure out where I want it to go and I throw it. I hit down left click and it throws. So we now have no more accidental throwing of tools unless you're really wanting to accidentally throw your tools. But we also can aim it now, so we generally get an idea of how we want this to go. So it'll be a lot better, a lot more responsive, and it'll be a lot easier to actually try and hit targets with throwing weapons. And now this is the last thing from me today then, guys. Now this is a tweet from Holmesy, one of the Rust developers. Now he's saying here, "What's this I see? Don't tell Gary." I put this up with a nice little winky face there. And as you may notice, it's a looks like there's an icon down at the bottom of this circle with a person on a horse. So this is just like another, I'd say, re-announcement that we will sometime have mountable horses. Now there's still no exact time on this. Nobody's said a time, nobody's given us anything else to go with except for this image. So I'm not 100% sure anything about this. I wouldn't take this as this is coming next week. I wouldn't take this is coming in a month's time. Don't take this with any time limit at all. We cannot expect this at any time. But this is just an extra little thing. It's a step in the right direction, and it is showing that we will one day have it. So then that is it from me today then, guys. If you have enjoyed, then please do hit that thumbs up button, and if you would like to see more content, including my weekly updates, then please do hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it very much. Have a good day.